Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to take a look at oil again. Yeah, oil has still some struggles down there, still struggling with finding a low. I think we are close to a low. We found here support, and this is the WTI chart. We found support here around $69. One of the key Fibonacci levels that was at the 78.6 retracement of the increase that happened between May and September. As I mentioned to you in the last video, due to the weakness that we see in the chart, I prefer the white wave count, which suggests one more low, possibly into the low $60 region, mid $50 region. It is still possible that the yellow count plays out, which means that we can avoid a lower low and actually rally in a third wave that takes us to $110 plus. Essentially, it's all about, okay, have we already seen the low of this cycle in May? And is this a first impulse in a wave one, then a wave two down, and we're now rallying in the third wave? Or do we have to reset this wave two, basically redo another low basically in this cycle, and we can start only the impulse after that? You know, either way, I think we are fairly close to a low. Okay. I mentioned already last time that yes, the yellow count remains a viable option, absolutely, but it requires a break above $78.74, a sustained break to confirm it and put it back in control. Until then, my primary scenario would be that we're forming here a fourth wave. Once we have done that, I can give you a target for that last wave down before a trend reversal should occur. Yeah. Now, looking at this structure here, we're dealing probably with an ABC pattern. That's typically what I track as a standard in such a correction. It's always difficult and basically not possible to really accurately predict all the subwaves in a correction in advance. I normally start with tracking an ABC structure. It can develop into a triangle and so on. But see, we haven't got enough price action down here. I think we need probably to wait a few days before we have enough price action to suggest what exact pattern is playing out. There will be resistance at at least they are the retracement levels. If the market will make it as resistance, we'll see. But certainly it's they are levels to watch, levels of interest at $73.36, $76.29, and $78.74. Here we can see a reaction with possibly one more low. But again, it takes a break above $78.74 to suggest a low is already in. Yeah, and but my assumption would be that this third has bottomed. Even here, you know, you can make the case that the third needs another low, but that would be my primary here, yeah? That the low is already in. Either way, I have no confirmation that a lasting low is in place at this stage. Now, looking at Brent Crude, the situation is fairly similar. Here we even see more weakness, because the price broke actually below that 78.6 retracement level. That was here at $76. I mean, let's go back to the WTI. See, it's actually holding that fib, whereas Brent Crude is consolidating below that. That's what we would call a sustained break, and so certainly not bullish. Here also, I mean, the yellow count is still possible even though we broke support, but just because we did break that 78.6 fib level makes a more direct recovery less likely. I would rather also here see it as likely that we rally in an ABC structure in a wave four, then potentially get another low. Again, we're probably, if this is a wave four, we are probably in an ABC structure, but also here, I need to see a little bit more price action, and I don't think the first A wave there is already complete. It takes here a break above $83.11 to suggest that the yellow wave count is in control, which is the directly bullish one. So it takes a break above that 50% retracement, because if we're counting that from a more bullish point of view, directly bullish, then we're dealing here with an ABC structure. And that's the 50% fib level that matters here of the decline, where we can, where we can say, okay, if this is a fourth wave, it shouldn't really go beyond the 50% retracement. That would be a little bit too strong for a fourth. So yeah, I think it's, we're sort of in the, we're watching for a low in this area, but primary scenario would still be another low, which is still, is the low in, or do we get another one? So we're fairly close. And let's have a little bit of patience, and then it's going to be interesting probably. But this could now, because this is a wave 4 that we're dealing with, that could be a little bit boring now for a little while. So yeah, I hope you liked the update about oil. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.